Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Disco Elysium. Before we get going, everyone, I need to apologize for the delay in uploading videos for this series. I've been a bit under the weather for the past month, actually. I've had a bit of a cough, and it was not so bad before, but now that whatever I've had is on its way out, my cough ends up being itchy, and this means the more I talk, the more of a risk I am of suddenly having the cough spring up. I think I'm good enough, though, to record today. I think I can probably control this for at least the next hour, so we're going to get some more Disco Elysium in. Now, when we left off, we had explored the insides of this church, and we only found one of, I guess, two individuals who are staying within it. The one individual we saw was on the rafters of the building and talked about worshipping serving the Queen of Silence. I think it has something to do, obviously, with the Lady Di, who we saw in there. And something else, I think, is going on in the church. Especially since the gentleman seems to not remember much and have been very happy about that. I suspect the Pale is in that church, would be my guess. And maybe it is also responsible for the doomed commercial district. After all, if those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it endlessly, maybe for some reason that, if it is the case, that there is some part of the Pale in the church, it is making people make bad decisions and no one learns from it for the doomed commercial area. In any case, right now we're going to walk back to the, how do I say it again? Kinema? In order to make a call to the library so that we can inquire about the dead man that we found on the docks. We need some more experience points, and we need to complete a few more tasks in order to have a better chance of passing that one Shivers check to enter the building where I think Ruby is located. We also still need to talk with the people about the Phasmids, and we have the two older gentlemen on the docks that we can talk to as well. We also can go back to Evrart and decide to do the task he wants, in case we run out of all other options and we still can't open that door. We will probably have to do so. But I suspect that our gun was already purchased by Ruby and that she has it. So, in other words, I don't think doing the tasks for Everett will lead us to our missing weapon. I suppose while we're here, we could also visit Cindy the Skull and mention these two gentlemen to her. Alright, hello. We also can fight Kuno's father, I suppose, as well if we want to. So, we want the radio. Can you connect me to the Jamrock Public Library, Alice? Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1. Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. A male librarian answers the call. How can I help you, officer? Empathy. He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call. I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Magine, a reader. Billy Magine, you said? Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database. He puts down the receiver. Shivers. On Miro Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusky bookshelves looking for a paperback. Yes, hello? Are you still there? You can hear him fiddle with the printout. I found Billy Magene's home address. Is that all right? No phone number, unfortunately. Logic. They're too poor to have a phone line. Yes, home address is fine. Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint Ghislaine, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Capeside Apartments, it says. That's all. Oh, that's right here. Do you have any other information on him? It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Oh, do you know someone who was? Mary? Marie? He covers... Oh, sorry. Marie? Marie, do you remember a reader named Billy Magene? They returned a Thibault book the other day. You hear someone answer from afar. Yeah, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for his new sci-fi release, Lou's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet. Good. You have a name now. It's Billy's husband who returned the book. This could mean one of two things, right? He was the husband of Billy, or Billy was that guy and he is gay. Can Marie describe to me how the husband looked like? Marie? A moment passes. She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he had a drink or two the last time she saw him. What was he wearing? 1 second. The Marine turns away from the phone again and relays the question. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying attention to that. Do you know the husband's name? Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. So, we have to ask. So Billy Magene is a woman, not a man? How did your colleague know that it was her husband? Marie knows Billy. She's been working here for longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her. And then goes for a little drink later, on the lookout. Okay, thank you. That's all for me. I have no other questions. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer. Librarian hangs up and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click. Anything else you need from me? I'm done with the radio for now. Take care, Alice. Thank you. 56th over and out. In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers. A radio on a hook. Oh, you know what? It just occurred to me. We can maybe reach out to our old precinct, the 41st, and see if our... Maybe this will give us the kick we need to realize that our partner is actually here. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to talk to this guy again. Okay, no, there isn't. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I'm not talking much, apparently, during that. I just wanted to see if there was anything we could discuss, but there was not. I don't suppose this gentleman's willing to talk to us, since we made him rat out where Ruby's located.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
You're not a bad person for trying to help someone. So we would need all our empathy. All of our empathy close on if I wanted to try to make a pass at that check. I guess we might as well make the attempt. So let's put on. I mean, it's going to be a miserable attempt, but we're gonna make it anyway. Do I have any other empathy close? And then we have to check to make sure we're not wearing any empathy. I'm sorry, that we're not wearing anything that penalizes our empathy. I guess I could hover over... Is that the way that works? If I hover over empathy, it will tell me? Right, we have a -1 from a thought, but we can't do anything about that. Alright, let's make the attempt. Why not?
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
I think this means we need like a 9 to succeed. A 9 or a 10. Okay, so we failed that check as well. So we need another point in empathy if we want to make a different attempt. Oh well, so much for that. We were here, we might as well have made the attempt. And then it was my coat. Okay. So I suppose we'll go ahead and visit the apartments and look in his house. Sorry, in his apartment. I suppose while we're also here, we can visit Cindy the Skull. Is Kuno still back here, by the way? Kuno's still back here. I take it Kuno is still back here as well, and I am in the wrong spot. So what can we talk about, everyone, while we're walking around here? I don't know why there's this super high shivers check before we can enter that one building. I suppose what's in that building must be the end of the game. And so the developers probably want you to explore the rest of this area first. And that every single quest we complete will add another unlock attempt and make it slightly easier for us to get past that check. That still required a 20, though, for a roll. And what's our current shivers? 7. Plus any bonuses that we would get for the check for attempting to do it after we complete some quests. Assuming each one gives us +1 or +2. We'll probably need to bring at least 2 more quests to completion before we have a decent chance of passing that. Oh, we can also try, I think that's a conceptualization check. We might as well make as many white checks now as we can. When I first started playing, I mentioned that I wasn't going to make any checks unless the result was at least 57%, but I don't see the point now in delaying. Any white checks at the very least, we should make the attempts to succeed. We should make those attempts. All right, so let's talk to the cleaning lady first. She might be able to point us to the apartment and/or might have the key for it. Because I don't think we found a key on the dead body.
Give me a moment.
I'm looking for Billy Magine. Do you know where she lives? She narrows her pale gray eyes. It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find Magine's in apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of the doors on the balcony. Thanks, I'm off. Oh, wait, I don't have any experience points. I'm sorry, I don't have any levels, I don't. So we go out. Oh, I was right near Cindy the Skull. We'll still say hello to her on the way out. And this must be that apartment. Door, apartment number 20. The weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Perception. Something smells good. Supa Linguan? Lieutenant motions you to go ahead and knock. Inland Empire. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Volition. Get yourself together. It's just police work. Before I do it, maybe we want to be wearing more at least one more empathy. Let's do it.
Hello? Who is it?
A voice calls out from the other side of the door. Perception. And someone turns down the radio. Look at the lieutenant first. He gives you a short, encouraging nod. Is Billy Magine home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please. Give us a moment.
You hear shuffling inside. Tidying up, nervously. There's fear in her voice.
Come in, the door is open.
An empty pack of red Astra cigarettes hidden under the bed. The same brand of cigarettes you found in the trash next to the deceased.
Hello, I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea, lemonade? We're out of coffee. I was supposed to get some tomorrow.
Lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. Empathy. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead? Thanks, but I'm all right. Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up from the station if that's what... She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face. Something changes in her expression. No. This is something much worse. Is he in a hospital? How bad is it? Pain threshold. It's like ripping off a bandage. The least painful way is to do it straight away without stalling. Empathy. Oh, and I just barely did it. Wow, I'm glad I put on these shoes. You've done this before. Just keep your focus. God, do I have to say he's dead like that? Yes. It's the most important thing. Use that word. Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband Victor Magine was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk. She blinks. What did you say? Pain threshold. A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins. Your husband, Victor Magine, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am. Oh. She touches her neck, eyes pale, like pearls in seawater. Oh. But he was just... She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray. But he was just here. Alive. We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner, he points at you, are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am. What happened to him? She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head. Was he drunk? We don't know yet, but we will let you know when the results arrive. I see. She withdraws, trying to picture the scene. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. How long had he been there? If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. It couldn't have been long. She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hands start searching for something from the pockets of her dress. Here. Kim takes out his handkerchief and offers it to the woman. She nods and slowly wipes away her tears. Is there anyone we can call for you? A friend? A family member? Someone who could be here for you. Sorry, everyone. This is taking a toll on me because, There's a virus going around right now. And two of my brothers and my father work in the health industry in hospitals. And the hospitals they work at here in New Jersey, they have cases of this virus there. My father is 70. And I got off the phone with him today. And we're optimistic. We're trying not to think of the worst case scenarios. But it's tough. Thinking about this reminds me of when I had my strokes 2 years ago, and how I might need a moment or two, everyone. It reminds me that how everything can be fine until suddenly it's not, and how it can take just a few seconds for that to happen. No, she breathes in. I just need to tell my girls. The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly. It burns like acid. God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home? No, a day. I agree with this. It was tough when I was in the hospital. But when I was able to talk again, I immediately called my parents to tell them what happened. That was very difficult. I should have waited a little bit of time to compose myself. But in all truth, in all honesty, when I saw my parents and my brothers and my family a day later, it was still, oh, wow. It didn't help that I had another stroke when they were there as well. I'm calling them strokes. That's not appropriate. Transitory ischemic attacks would be closer to the mark of what happened to me. No. Take a day to recover. And I apparently need a few minutes to recover as well, everyone. No, take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow. Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. She nods, but with a wretched expression. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him? We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange a funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier. He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information. Is there anything else that the RCM can do for you? No, but I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb. Thank you. She looks down. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if... She runs out of breath. These are the last reserves of strength. Yeah, yep. I put too many points in empathy. That's my problem. And not enough into a pain threshold. Her muscles will give in soon. Already she starts to shake. Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am. Lieutenant nods at the woman, then looks back at you, his voice lowered. We should step outside and talk. Set the library card by her and leave the room. If you haven't told the people you love that you love them, this would be a good, at least not today, this would be a good time to do it, everyone. You never know when it will be the last time.
You did well.
Lieutenant said, I don't feel like I'm doing well again. Holy crap. Lieutenant says as soon as you've left the apartment. This is, oh my goodness. So, the only other time, there's been 2 more times this has happened to me during a game. One of them, I never uploaded the video. I had to do the part of the video like 5 times so I could get through it without actually crying, losing everything. And that was in the game, The Spirit Engine 2, which is I love that game, my second favorite game ever, amazing game. And there's one scene right in the middle of it where all the characters are trying to deal with what's been happening with them. And when Mauritius Johann Weiss prays, oh, that's so tough. And the same thing with Charlotte and Denver. Those 3 have the saddest things to say about struggling with what life gives them. And it's tough. Oh, very tough to read that part. And then there was Soma, that horror game, which actually I'm playing again. I'm not recording it, but I'm playing the game again because it's been so long. And at the very end of the game, I think I was struggling not to cry when I took the survey a second time. That game was the only game that made me, well, maybe not the only one, but that game, when I took the survey the first time, I'm not going to tell you what the survey was. I have the playlist up on my channel if you want to go watch it. But maybe you've played played Soma. Actually, I guess I'll say it really quick. There's a survey you take early on about how you feel if... Oh, no, I guess I can't really do it justice. But there's a survey you take early on, and I gave certain answers. At the end of the game, you get the same survey, and all my answers were different. I remember trying to hold back tears as I was answering them that second time. Oh man, I'm a giant sap. The balcony feels cool and quiet with a stunning view over the district. What now? I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and I'll let them know the name of the deceased. What about Billy and her kids? They'll manage. Well, listen, they have to. It's not your place to live their lives. That's true. Is this it? That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done. Right. This is closed then. He nods. Let's go. Shivers. You look south over the crumbling balustrade. There, 1.2 kilometers away, a broken piece of stone cuts into the sky. A tomb. On it, a mural that used to say, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away." You cannot really see the felled building from here, but somehow you feel like you should return to it. Oh, nice! Shivers has just told me that we should make another attempt. It will be a little easier for us to get into the building now that we've completed another quest. So before we do that, let's go and talk to Cindy the Skull. I feel like I need some swearing from her in order to cheer me up a little bit. Great. Now I'm thinking about how much life is going to be changing for all of us soon. You too, viewer, very soon, I think. I haven't talked about the COVID-19 that's been going around yet, mostly because I am terrified of spreading any misinformation about it. It's tricky to find anything that's accurate. What people were saying a month ago is now not what's happening now. So I've been, again, avoiding saying anything about it, but I probably should talk about it soon. At the very least, because if people don't know anything about it, I would like to tell them things that I do think are accurate. It's just... oh, I'm nervous about saying... One of the worst things I think I can do is give any information about something that I'm not dead positive about. This is why I avoid talking about politics or religion. Because, well, people are going to have very different opinions. And I am the last person people should be going for accurate news in regards to any of those types of things. I'm sorry, I'm beginning to go on tangents. Let's talk with Cindy.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Yeah, piss faggot and fuck the world send their best. I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness. Oops, that was the wrong button. Maybe it's just skull solidarity. They'll never be skulls, but... She softens. Their hearts are in the right place. What would Sam Burke say? Sam would probably say number 2, actually, because he would not be for lawlessness. Skulls are silly. What are you even trying to achieve, Cindy? She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky, as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. People are languishing in boredom and I can't say it. This place is I can't pronounce that word either. Spulcher? We'll paint it red. We bring the rockets. You bring the sirens. So they want to bring chaos. Catch you later, Cindy. I know we could have looked at a handful of things inside inside Billy's apartment, but I did not think it would be appropriate to walk around and stare at her things. That seems... I mean, people don't care. I know they don't care in the game, but it still feels so weird to walk around and look at everything. I know we get 1 experience points for every single thing we click on, like over our head, but no, it's just too strange. I guess what I'm saying is that in games much similar to this one, often I'm willing to, or sometimes I suppose, I'm willing to not keep things more thematic than maybe even the game would expect a player to keep thematic. But not here. I think we need... What do we need to pass this check? Is it... What is it? Conceptualization. Okay, so... all the conceptualization clothes go on. We must have some glasses that do it for us. Maybe. Sorry, everyone. Again, I don't know a different way to do this. Am I wearing anything that gives me a penalty? Actually, I should go look. Okay, nope, that's it. That's everything. All right, let's go ahead and try this. With a 3. Holy crap! We got the 11! Unfortunately, that was probably my shivers check. I really wanted that number 4, but whatever. We got the 11. Just an ordinary wall, nothing to see here. And then conceptualization. Because this is no ordinary wall, it is sublime. Look at it! The shadows, the colors. Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain. So we passed this check because of that one thought we have. That lets us, whenever we roll an 11 or 12, we pass. And we also saw that whenever we roll a 2 or 3, we fail. So I think the last video I was talking about how I might want to get rid of that thought, but now, no, I like it. We're keeping it. All the other walls on all the other houses must make a pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft. Color peeled from the very face of God. More! Oh, Wallfather. I don't think I want to paint anything on this wall, but I do think so. Oh, well, what would Sam do? I know that I would want this officer to say 2, but would he say 1? Depends on what we can add. No, I'd be worried that we would ruin it. No, there is nothing to add to perfection. Your loss. Farewell, snow-flicked wall at the end of the world. Oh, maybe... Oh, okay, so we can come back here and paint. Okay, yeah, okay, we'll do this. We did pass that check. Look the wall over again carefully. Think about what you could paint here. Kim, I want to paint something on this wall. Huh? He sounds tired of it all. You already have the heavy fuel oil to use as paint. It's red. And Cindy the Skull has a paintbrush. This is on. I already have the paint. Just need to get a paintbrush from Cindy the Skull. He sighs, then adds in a resigned tone, if you must. We have another quest. Add even more beauty to the wall. You have seen an exceptionally beautiful wall here in Martinez near the pier and have decided to add to its beauty, artistically. This will take a brush first. Who would have one? Then paint, and then the act itself. And we can come back for that later. I put on... I mean, I guess what that comes down to is if we did pass the check, I guess we should do so. That was really lucky. Though, what is that now? The 3rd time? Or even 4th time? We've rolled a 12? Or a super high number to pass a check? And I think I've rolled 2 2s and a 3. And I think I've rolled 3 12s and now an 11 to pass. I should have checked what time I started the recording because I have a break now in this video. Alright, so I guess we'll talk to these guys really quick and say hello from Cindy.
That ride is fucking lightning!
The young man exclaims.
Hey! Look who it is! Shrunken cop head material!
Hey, we could get these, but that seems... Nah, we'll leave. Okay. I know, that's, our police officer is oddly situated to ask for those. In other words, the stats and the stats I've taken with him gives him a good chance, plus the conversation options that I picked, to get those jackets off those boys. But no, I don't think I will. It's not something Sam would do. At least I don't think it is, so. Alright, so right now, I'm going to... Okay, we're going to check the Feld building, but I would also like to go and look at the body, because I didn't think we actually brought... Kim has done anything with it yet. Did we called it in, didn't we? I think we did. But I don't think we moved it. So we'll examine the body again and see if we should move it. Is there even a quest for it? I'm kind of worried about this, actually. There's Eternal. I do not like... do not like that idea. In other words, I'm thinking of maybe selling the blue medicinal spirit. It is worth $8. And $8, I think, is the price of the frog visor. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that exchange. Okay, so the boardwalk was down this way. I think. Then up past the swampish area. Something else we can do is we have that one book in our inventory, so we can always read that if we so desire or need. To pass by more time, but so, you know, so far, I haven't actually needed to, like, sit down at all. And just pass time to have things happen. There's so many quests and so many people for you to talk to and so much for you to do in-game. I can't imagine you just wanting to sit down at a bench and just not partake in any of it. The game gives you so much dialogue. I suppose if you accidentally picked up this game not realizing the type of game it is, maybe you wouldn't be interested in talking with everyone. But I would imagine then you wouldn't be playing the game. Like, what we're trying to get at is that the game gives you ways to skip entire hours worth of in-game time. But why would you do that? There's so much for you to do in-game to pass by that time normally. Oh, we did move the body. Oh, okay. For some reason I didn't think we did that. Well, then... I guess what I'm going to do is check the Feld building and see if we can pass that check. We're going to need all of our Shivers gear, though. So let's just make sure. I currently have +3. I don't know of another way to do this easily, everyone. I'm so sorry. Okay, so that looks good. And let's just triple check Shivers. Okay, no penalties that I can see. And if we fail, that just means we have a different task that we need to do. Hopefully we'll get lucky and have another high roll. It's so weird to roll so high on dice. I've never been lucky when it comes to rolling dice in any game I play. In games like Warhammer or War Machine, I've always rolled statistically below average. In fact, it was an ongoing joke at the game stores that people could easily beat me despite me having decent tactics, because I couldn't roll a 6 to save my life on average. Pretty frustrating. Oh yeah, and then you can see it's been a few days since I last played. All right, so let's just actually we'll save over this. I don't know why I'm saving it like this. All right, let's do it. The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electric R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away. Oh, okay, now we need a 7. So, we have a 9. We have a +4. Let's give it a try. Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it. Where does it go? In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs. And then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels. A whisper away. I think she's down there, below this building, Kim. Okay. Why? Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells. Good. Good, yes. Cold spells. He seems incredulous. So basically, your hangover is telling you she's down there. I call it a gut feeling. He shrugs. So how did we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building, but they're gone, basically. There's a ladder next to the sign. Point to them. Maybe we can climb them? Enter through the roof? Perhaps you can climb them. We're not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70. Physical instrument. There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails. Well, I see something down there, though. Let's take a look. Let's take a peek at that instead. Oh, didn't we get a note from Shivers or something about something under a boardwalk that we would want? A jacket or something as well? Let's see if we can come down here. Also, I now need my other clothes on. Where's my... So let's put this back on. I was wearing... What was I wearing for my... I was wearing this. An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotting boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the Feld building? Visual calculus. A building like this must have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access? Before I do that, I do want to look around underneath here really quick. We also have the Phasmid people that we could talk to. But it looks like... Well, since we passed this check, I guess we should do this. Let's try it. Come closer and look in. Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder. What's in there? A thin layer of snow gleams inside the pipe. Okay, what else? As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side. And nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe. I don't know about that. Maybe we could get in from there, but I would want to be wearing something a little tougher than these pants if I'm going to do that. I guess I'll try the ladder. Yeah, I don't see any other way. All right, let's try the ladder. I don't know which way actually seems safer. We might be able to... Maybe we can break this little grate down if the ladder fails. A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing. Kim Kutsuragi. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. Assess the situation. The distances between the remaining runs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's, what, 3 meters above the ground, and you're 180? Yeah, 180 seems about right. Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder, instead... Astral projection! Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well... splat. Don't do it. Just, you know. If Inland Empire is going to suggest that... What if I don't climb? What if I just teleport into the building, Kim? Lieutenant stares at you, stone-faced. Teleportation is not a thing. Come on, Kim. Where's your adventurous spirit? This really has nothing to do with adventure. We're dealing with basic physics here. It won't hurt to try. Oh, yes. It could hurt a lot. Authority. He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. No. We, at the very least... So this is a savoir-faire check. So I can put on all my savoir-faire clothes and see what my total will be. But savoir-faire is a yellow check, and I have not put any points into it. I wasn't intending to either. So the first thing I'm doing is checking to see if I have any clothes. Obviously, that gives me any more bonuses to it. And then am I wearing anything that causes me to have penalties to it? Nope. So this is going to be, what, a 30-something chance? 42. I need an 8. I don't think I'm going to try. Or maybe we do? Worst case scenario, what? We take a hit and I can just heal that? Teleport to the roof. On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing. Why, savoir-faire? Because you're just standing there squeezing your buttocks and nothing is happening. Kim, it isn't happening. I'm not teleporting. He looks at you, eyes wide with feigned surprise. You're not! Please don't try to climb the building. We'll get in another way. I wonder if you can actually succeed that check. Okay, everyone. So we have a pipe down below we could try. And that's the only thing I can think of. I don't see anything else. So let's give it a go. I think our perception is what's letting us see this because it's yellow. Could we get into the Fell building through this pipe, Kim? Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, a grin flickers across his face, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around. Then pushes aside the reeds and looks around. And it's right here! A maintenance door. He points to the rusted metal double door to the right of the pipe, obscured by the reeds. Endurance. Oh yeah. Big boy time. This needs to put you... This needs you to put your back into it. Alright, so before we do that... It's a white check, and we need physical instrument for it. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any real more physical instrument clothes. Let's see. I think that shirt's the only thing I've got that has it. And we can take a penalty to it. Okay, yes, so that's it. So we're wearing everything already that could possibly help us. I don't like this, but I guess we'll give it a try. Pull the door apart. The metal doors are heavy and the flaking rust hurts your palms, but together with the lieutenant, you manage to slide them open just enough to squeeze in. Good work. Lieutenant nods towards the impenetrable darkness inside. Shall we? And everyone, I think we're going to stop here. And when we come back, we'll meet Ruby, I have a hunch. I will see you guys then. Thank you all for watching. And take care, everyone.